Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Voices from the Field. I'm your host, Tony, and today I'm here with Savannah Stahl for the second time. Savannah, how are we doing today?
We're doing good. We're tired from volleyball, but we're ready to be here and ready
You
to
know
chat.
what? So excited. So, super funny about me and Savannah is we've already done this interview once. We will pop up a clip with the no audio. On my end. But we're still excited to chat and we're still excited to have this conversation a second time. Still
Yeah.
fun, lots of laughter, super excited. So, some of these questions you might be a little familiar with, like just some background, getting to know you. Would you like to tell the
Yeah.
people who you are a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So my name's Savannah Stahl. I am a 16-year-old upcoming junior from Lewistown, Illinois. I am going to be a junior in FFA, and I do about every extracurricular known to man.
Yep.
And I'm just so excited to chat with Tony today.
Yes. Okay. So, did you grow up in an ag world or have you found this ag passion later in life? I should say.
So I kind of grew up in an ag background because my dad came from a farm growing up. He raised everything from hogs to cattle to horses, and my mom very much grew up as a city girl. So when I was growing up, we had some livestock at home, but we own acres of land,
Yep.
but I don't think we use them directly. But I grew up with animals, farm animals around growing up, and then we moved during COVID, and then we lost the animals because we had to move houses. There was no place for them. But then my eighth grade year, the FFA officers, they came in during one of our study halls and they gave us a whole little lecture about FFA. We played some games, and that kind of got me back into that agriculture side of it.
Yeah, I love doing that kind of stuff with our middle school. We had to play games with some of the ag classes, and that was always what got me interested in middle school. So getting to go back and do that a second time, it feels very full circle, and to know it works, like, for other people too,
Yeah.
is very refreshing. Okay, so you're obviously located in Illinois. Illinois, for me, though, is corn and soybeans. So I'm curious, do you have, like, pumpkins? Because I know we're the pumpkin state in your area, or is it looking the same as me?
I say, we don't got any pumpkins around here. I know
Yeah.
you and me got about the same crops around
Yeah.
here. I know,
Yep.
I think a place about 45 minutes from me has got a pretty big pumpkin
Yeah.
farm. But
Yep. Similar. Okay. So I want you to tell me more about how FFA has shaped your viewpoint on the ag industry. So maybe you saw the ag industry one way before FFA and now it's opened up a little bit more, or maybe it's closed. I don't know. It's just tell me about that for you.
I feel like FFA definitely, no matter what background you come from, it just reveals so much more about agriculture because, once again, agriculture fuels the world. So there is literally something, every daily task you do, agriculture is supplying that some way, one way or another, whether it's through the effort of the farmers or if it's the products they're producing, whether it's through their livestock and anything in between. But FFA, I think, brings so much more light to it,
Yeah.
and just shows everyone how much we really rely on agriculture.
Yeah, I know for me, before FFA, I'm definitely one of those people that see ag very, very face value, like, oh, it's a
Yeah.
farm. And now,
Yeah.
like, you have the communication side, which is obviously what we're doing here today, or, like, the more
Yeah.
businessy side. There's just so many different parts of it, and I know that kind of
Yeah.
opened it up for me, too. Okay, you were one of our first FFA members on, I think second FFA member on, but you're one of our first women on the podcast, which is so exciting. I love that. I need some female energy in here to keep the vibes high. Do you
Yes.
think that being a woman in the ag industry will set you back in the future? Do you think it has already, or do you think our organization and agriculture in general has become pretty inclusive over the years?
I think agriculture is one of those things where it's not a man's job or a woman's job. It's truly whoever wants to do it, who has the passion for it, who's going to dedicate their time and energy to it, whether that be man or female. But I know a lot of times in my FA chapter right now, we tend to be pretty much majority girls, and a lot of us are making impacts throughout agriculture, whether it's with people with equine, whether it's people through their SAEs, but there's so many different ways women and everyone in general is making a difference in the ag community. So I would say we're pretty inclusive.
I know. I was recently looking at some data points before this podcast, trying to find some fun trivia, and I actually learned that our FFA leadership roles have gone up to 50% women, 50% male. So it really is like gone from an all male organization to like very inclusive, very helping incorporate in any way that anybody wants to. Okay, I saw that you were recently on the FFA drumline for Illinois at state convention.
Yeah.
Walk me through that experience. How did you get selected? How was the experience? Are you still in touch with them? Just, I want to hear all of it because I'm so curious.
Okay, so I know I have a friend who has done FFA band for a few years,
Yep.
and I was talking to her about it, talking to my advisor and my director, and I was like, if I'm going to state convention, I'm a music nerd. I love to drum. I do piano and all this other stuff. I was like, if I get to play drums in FFA, dream come true.
Worlds collide. So great.
Yes. So I applied for band, and then I got into that, and I heard about there was also a drum line. And I was like, I do marching band. And I was like, okay, we'll apply for this and just see what happens. And I got selected for it. And it's one of my favorite things ever. I talk to these people every day.
Yeah.
We got group chats going on every platform imaginable. And the performance aspects were so fun because you go in a day early for convention. We have a 3-hour rehearsal. So we get in, meet each other a little bit, and then just start grinding on cadences.
Yeah.
We're going over memorizing anywhere from 10 to 20 songs, and then in a day, because we can't use music on stage,
course,
so we're going through, And then during convention, we also have practices, so once again, more time together, more bonding, more time working on the music. And then we got to march the state degrees from the Capitol. So we got to march them back from the Capitol to the convention center and got to walk around and play through the convention hall, and that was amazing. Got to do a few performances through the halls. We got to go outside that last day and just show everyone why we're here and get everyone pumped up. That was one of the best things ever.
It really is an energy boost. I didn't have the opportunity at state convention to see any of the drumline, but I remember my freshman year going, and it's just really like you're feeling like there's a whole bunch of different feelings. Like some people are excited, some people are anxious from competing, some people might just like be bored because they have to sit through a session. There's so many feelings, and then the drumline comes in, and it's really just like lights up the room. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Also, I saw you were running the drumline Insta page and getting to share some of your fellow members' stories. Can you tell me about that? How you decided that might be something you'd be interested in?
So honestly, we got done with convention and we were just all talking in the group chat, and they were talking because everyone had found my SAE, so everyone's scrolling through my Instagram, sending me videos of me, and I'm like, I know, guys, I know,
I exist. Yeah.
I know, I'm like, I filmed that, guys. And they were talking about where it's like, because I do a series called Why We Wear the Jacket, and I introduce different FFA members, and we were just talking about building a page for fun, and they're like, who's gonna run it? And just everyone looked at me, and I'm like, I mean, I would love to share what these members are doing. I mean, because everyone's doing such amazing things, whether in the ag industry, FFA or not. Everyone has such unique lives, and I got to share so much about members. I know we should hopefully have some more features coming soon because everyone's, of course, busy right now.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. No, so I've gotten to post, I think, 5 of those now, but we should hopefully get some videos coming soon.
Yep.
And then maybe I do a volleyball fundraiser. I might have convinced my coach to let the Illinois FFA drumline perform at it.
That is such an amazing reunion, and I literally love that for you. Because, like, to think that you guys can just go off and, like, do your own thing. It doesn't have to be some, like, huge, like, stadium-sized performance. Like, you guys can still go and perform and hype people up, even in a volleyball setting. Like, that is so cool. Okay, speaking of sharing stories, you're sharing your fellow drumline members' stories. You seem to have applied for the FFA in the USA Reporter. Tell me, is that you just like sharing stories? Is that why that's come to be?
So basically, the way I found out about it is I started my ag SAE page, and a lot of people followed me who had their usernames were their name .FA in the USA, and I'm like, why does everyone say this? I know they're from the USA. And I finally asked one of them. It was Grace Schmidt from Wisconsin. I was like, okay, I feel like such a weirdo asking, but I just have to ask you, what is this FA in the USA? Everyone has in their bios and in their links and everything. I keep seeing all these articles in like the New Horizons magazines and all of this.
Cool. Yeah.
And she was explaining it to me, and she's like, you need to apply for this. And I was looking into it, and I'm like, I get to write stories. I get to post photos. I'm like, I have to write a minimum of 4. They're going to have to give me like a limit of stuff I'm going to write. No, but it's just something I love to write. I love to share about anything, like create posts and all that. And I was like, this is something that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So hoping we get good news from that.
You know, and if not, also, I feel like it's just something that you could reapply for because we're both only going to be juniors next year. And it's a really cool opportunity. And then also we still get to read all of the people from Illinois. We still get to, like, experience it even if that doesn't happen for us. But, yeah. Okay, last question of our get to know you or something I wanted to chat about is you reached 1.1 thousand followers on your awareness Instagram. I don't remember the last time we chat how many you were at, but it was not even 1,000. So you were rapidly gaining recently, and I love this for you. Yup.
I know about state convention time. I think I was around 800. So for reference, that was June 9th to June 11th anyone who didn't attend convention. And it is currently July 17th, and I just hit 1.1K.
I know, that is just crazy. I'm so happy for you. Like, this is genuinely so exciting. I can't even believe I'm talking to you. I feel like I'm talking to a famous person right now. Like, we are doing it together. I'm so excited. Okay, we're gonna break into our icebreakers. Basically, we have a couple different ones. Our first one is 2 truths and a lie. For our first 2 truths and a lie, we switched up the questions from the last interview. We're going to do FFA trivia. I figured that could be fun. We could see what kind of FFA trivia we do. And the next one is Illinois facts. Illinois ag facts. Since we're both from Illinois, I thought that was also kind of fitting. Okay, we're going to start with FFA trivia. So we're going to start reading them off. So National FFA Week is during the week of George Washington's birthday. The FFA creed has been revised 1 time. Or the gold-colored emblem on the key of an American FFA degree is made out of 10-karat gold.
I'm pretty sure the second one's the lie.
Okay, are we locking that in? What do we think the truth is then? The FFA creed has been revised.
Oh, wait. Is it not 2 truths and a lie? That is
no, I know that. Yeah, that is correct.
Okay. No,
I'm just like, do you know the truth? Like, if you think that's
okay. Because I'm pretty sure the first one's the truth. But if I remember right, I'm pretty sure the creed I think was the revised at the 3rd convention and the 63rd, if I remember right. So I think that's why I'm locking that one as the lie.
Okay, you got it. It was definitely revised twice. Good job. I thought I was being sneaky. Nope. She is on it this time. Love it.
I was creed speaker. I've looked at that paper for so long. It's engraved in my brain.
Me too. Okay. This next one is Illinois ag facts. Each Illinois farmer feeds 156 people.
Okay.
Illinois ranks 11th nationally in agricultural sales in the United States. Or corn and soybeans combined account for over $13 billion in farm sales in Illinois.
Okay, and what's going through my head, I feel like the second one is correct just because it sounds pretty accurate. I'm questioning the first one because I'm curious if we feed more than that because already farmers feed so many people, but I feel like it might be more than 150-ish. So I'm gonna lock in the first one as the lie.
We are in the correct this time. I stumped you. So, I feel like definitely some farmers do feed more, but I feel like that's more of an average. Yeah. So, that might have been my trick with you that time. Or why was actually the second one that you thought was true. Illinois ranks 5th nationally, not 11th. So we're a little higher than that in agricultural sales. Super cool. And then the last one, which also true, corn and soybeans combined account for over $13 billion in farm sales.
Wow.
Yes. Okay. Next one, we are going to do... Oh, wait. We're going to go to dad jokes. We're going to take a break in between our 2 trivia questions, and we're going to get some dad jokes in to give the brain a refresh after our first 2. I think that's a better idea than just going to the next ones, right? Like, we need a brain break from our 2 trivia questions. Yeah. Okay. And obviously these are not my dad jokes. These are from Oklahoma's Ag in the Classroom that has these lovely dad jokes posted. Okay, question. What do you get when a chicken lays an egg on top of a barn?
Ooh, I don't know.
An egg roll. I knew it was coming this time, and I still loved it. Oh my
Why did I bring it back?
Okay, we're gonna have to pop up a video of my reaction to the last one because I was bamboozled the last
OG
time.
reaction.
I was so. This time I kind of had an idea, but I didn't know if you were gonna trick me again. I love that. I love that we come prepared and ready for the dad jokes.
Yes.
Okay, dad joke number 2. What do you call a cow that has had a calf?
I don't know.
Decaffeinated.
That's good. That's good.
You start saying these more. Okay. Last one before we get into more trivia.
Okay.
What happened when the pig climbed the evergreen tree?
I don't know.
He became a porcupine.
Delayed. I was laughing.
Love. Okay, perfect. Okay, we're gonna finish up this icebreaker section with some over-unders. I love the over-unders because I don't have to think that much. I just say over or under. Win is a win.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over or under 10 million acres in Illinois. Hold on, I read that right. Over or under 10 million acres of land in Illinois is used for agricultural purposes.
I want to say over. I have faith in Illinois.
You have faith in Illinois this time? 27 million, you are correct. That was one from last time. I was trying to see if you would remember.
I didn't even remember. Honestly.
No, didn't even remember. I know. I was looking back at these. I was like, I don't even remember this question.
Yeah.
And you were a very busy bee. I was like, we're gonna throw 1 or 2 in there that's from last time to see what happens. Okay. Perfect. Okay. This one isn't over under. This is before or after. We have another FFA. And I figured this was fitting because of all of your FFA band experiences. So before or after the year 1932 was the National FFA Band established?
Ooh, if I get this wrong, I gotta quit now.
No! The stakes are not that high. This is low-key cash.
Okay. I feel like after.
You are correct.
Yeah, 1930s. Okay. I can stay.
You could say.
I can stay.
Done good to our band members. No, 1947 is the year. So it was a hot bit after.
I was thinking 1950s. So
okay, yep.
Close.
That's close. Okay. And then to the last part of our episode is the modern day ag controversies. Disclaimer just for you, these are going to be the same ones that we talked about last time. We're just still going to chat about them, Good vibes. Okay. Let me get them pulled up. Perfect. We're going to start our conversation with GMOs. So, if you just want to chat, what is your opinion on GMOs? That's a very modern thing, I feel like. Go for it.
I feel like my biggest thing with GMOs is with anything we do in agriculture anymore, just anything in this day and age, it's what's going to have the best impact with the least consequences. Mm-hmm. So GMOs are one of those things that are fully conversed over. It's very much you hate them or you love them because there's really no middle ground on them, I feel.
Yeah.
But it's very much, I've always had issues with my allergies with them to an extent, but not consistently. But so it's very much, I'm pretty 50-50 on it. It really depends on the circumstances. Like, why are we using them? Is there a better alternative we could be using? Because I get the whole thing, save time, save money, save your energy. Yeah. But realistically, is it saving your time and energy hurting more people in the long run?
Yeah.
That's kind of my take on it.
Okay. My take, I always like to play the environmentalist because I am a big pro-environment, all of the stuff. So from more of an environmental standpoint, I definitely think GMOs could be not as great just because it limits the biodiversity. I mean, if all of our plants are structured the exact same, we're all looking for the exact same nutrients in the soil, and it just like is kind of ruining the land that we have in a way. However,
Yeah.
from a farmer viewpoint, I can understand why GMOs are such an incredible thing. I mean, it is really helping with like yield numbers and such.
Yeah.
So like from a farmer standpoint, I could totally understand, and I don't even think GMOs are like really that bad for the environment, like compared to some of the things we are doing. So I have to think.
Yeah.
I think I do have to say I'm more on the pro side than I am the negative side, but I can never commit to a full side just because I've never experienced like the farmer's point of view, so I don't know how it affects them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, our next one is going to be excessive tillage of the soil. Okay.
I say, if you want to kick this one off again, this is not one I'm super familiar with.
Yeah, that's lovely. I actually gave a whole prepared speech on such of this, so I would love to kick us off. This is my jam.
Okay.
So, tilling is one of the things for me that I am definitely not 100% loving, just because it leads to events like the Dust Bowl. We saw where tilling was like really big down, I think 1920s is when it started. Sometime around there, because I think the Dust Bowl was shortly after. I should know, I was the one that gave a prepared speech. Anyways, around that time, and then it killed like 7,000 people, and obviously that's also a mixture of environmental issues, storms, and droughts, but I feel like it definitely contributed to that. So I just think, and then obviously we haven't had such a large event at any sort of massive of a scale where it's like still a humongous issue. And I know obviously again for the farmer this is great, this helps them out, limits corn residue, stuff like that. But from my viewpoint it's just like, I don't know, seems bad for the environment, we might need to stay away. That's my opinion on like everything. So
I say my opinions would be on it based off what you said and based off the few things I know. I get if it's easier for the farmer, but if we're gonna cause a catastrophic event in history like this just to save some time by chance, I wouldn't say it's worth it. And just like I tend to hear more cons than pros when it's brought up once in a while. I tend to hear way more bad than good, so in my head it's not the best option we could have. Are there worse options? Probably, but are there way more better? Probably.
Yeah, I feel like non-till is definitely, and then also I'm a crop scout intern this year, and walking through like a non-till field is like not fun because you're like jumping over like corns from like last year's and everything, and it's not fun for me. So I'm like, somebody tilled this soil, but then I'm like, okay, what am I talking about? I've always been anti-tilling. So it's like you're brought into different situations in the ag industry, and like depending on where you're standing, it really does change your input. But like from somebody that's not a farmer, like I do have to stay on this side of the spectrum, and that's just me, I guess. Okay, me and you had a lovely chat about this last time. Let's talk about solar farms.
Oh my gosh, okay.
You got the lead on this one.
Okay. If there is open land that we could be using for agriculture, we could be growing so many crops of any kind. The soil is healthy. There are farmers who can use it to feed people or even raise livestock.
Or even like a community garden. Like
literally something useful. Why do we need to put solar panels on perfectly usable land? I don't care. Like we can put, if you want to put them on every rooftop possible.
That's my
If that rooftop's not being used for something, go ahead. Like if the land is dead, I mean, take advantage of it because something will go there eventually. So if we're gonna use solar panels, that's one of the better alternatives. If the land is dead, but if the land is usable, use it. Like don't just cover it up with solar panels.
I literally love this because my viewpoint is the exact same. Obviously, I understand renewable energy, using the sun. I love that. But my agriculturalist in me is taking the lead from the environmentalist side of me, and it's like, dude, farm something. Like, like I understand like maybe controversies against like knocking down like forest to farm. But like we're not knocking down forests, like, and even if we are putting solar panels over them instead, It does
Or
not feel
especially
like a
even
wind.
with the windmills too, where it's like I'll
Oh my gosh.
like I'll be like we'll be going on vacation. We're driving down these long stretches of road, and there is this beautiful land, fully open. Grass is so green, soil looks so healthy, and then they can't use it because there is a freaking solar, the
Yeah.
fans everywhere.
Yep. I have definitely crop scouted a couple farms, and like the middle, they have to like mow, like in the middle of this field, this cornfield that's perfectly fine corn and it always has field. They have to mow out this huge section, and then they have to mow out these sides so that they can get into the windmill. And
Oh my god.
like there's probably like I don't like non-fertile land you could put that on.
Yeah. There's so many other places we could be putting solar panels because I'm full on for the renewable energy.
No, same. That's where it's hard for me because I've always been like pro windmills and solar panels because of the renewable energy, and then like you start to realize how much space and how much land they really are taking up as we move towards them. It's like, what are we doing? Let's calm down.
And that's where I'm like too, where it's like solar energy is definitely a better option, but there's also other options of energy. There aren't other options of agriculture. There is truly only one option for that.
We have one
that option, that one option cannot be taken away. Because if you take away agriculture, the world's gonna crumble. Like there's no way anyone is surviving.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad we both got that solar panel talk out of us. I feel like we both needed to chat about that a second time. We're both still angry. We need to write a letter to someone. Figure this out.
Honestly, this might be my next public speaking speech. Might be
like honestly, let's do it together. Like let's talk about how solar panels are terrible. Okay, and also I don't want to say like solar panels are terrible. Obviously, we both understand. We're both educated and understand solar panels are very very good. But we're both also educated in the fact of agriculture.
Yes.
And maybe we just need to leave it at that.
Amazing tool. Use them the right way.
Yes. Beautiful words said by Savannah over there. Amazing tool. Let's use it the correct way. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna end off with one more thing. One more topic I guess we'll talk about, and that is gonna be AI. We weren't gonna get through a podcast about modern ag without AI. So if you want me to kick it off, I can kick it off. If you wanna go for it, just
I'm down either way. I say my point on AI is an amazing tool. There is so much good we could use AI for, but there is also so far AI can take us before it's just us being lazy. And AI is not always going to be reliable because what if power goes out, something short circuits, or there's not enough energy to power something? What are you going to do then? Because humans are reliable, we can learn, we can build, we can do all these other things that AI cannot. Yeah.
So
and then it's like it's so bad for the environment too, with like how much like it takes away. Doesn't it like take away a lot of water from resources?
Yes.
Like it uses so much electricity.
That was my point I was gonna make on my end. Is obviously environmentalists. I'm gonna say that over and over again because it's true and that's how I love to live my life. Anyways, it's just the water towers, the cooling towers that it takes in to even make AI possible that we are contaminating, and it goes through a whole process before it's even like reusable again at that point. And it's like agriculture irrigational systems already waste like a good amount of water, and obviously like there's nothing you can do about that. I mean, the plants need water. There's nothing we can do about stopping irrigation, and that's by no means what I'm saying. But I'm saying that if we are already as like agriculturalists using this much water and like having this much waste, we do not need to be adding more water waste to our like let the rest of the world use their AI and junk or whatever, but for us I feel like we need to stick to like labor, you know, like and like thinking for ourselves when it comes to that. I don't really even know like how much benefit AI is to.
I don't know. And especially because it's not as reliable as a person either.
Yeah,
because once again, if just one thing goes wrong, there is a whole system taken out of play. Because like I know some people use like the drones for AI, and I think that's an amazing resource to use for it.
Exactly.
But once those stop working, you have to have a person go do it. So then they need to relearn that skill, figure out how to do it. So it's taking more time in the long run if something were to fail.
Yeah.
But it's
okay. We made it through. We made it through all the controversies. Oh my gosh, I have not said that word right all day long. That's okay. Okay, I have one final question for you before we close. I created this podcast with the intention to give a small town person a voice. We don't always get the say, especially for people like us that aren't living in Chicago. We don't get the hugest say in our capital in the choices, and that happens because we have a really big city that's like the majority of our state population, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to, even though it's a smaller platform, I wanted to start now giving that small town person a voice. So is there anything you would like to say to kind of advocate for your town or yourself? Or
I would definitely just say, truly, no matter how small a town you come from, or if you come from one of the biggest cities in the world, genuinely, if you put your voice out there and just take that first jump, someone will listen, and then people will follow, and then people see that, and then you can start to grow your voice and then spread whatever you need to spread or needs to be said.
Yeah.
But especially like with my SAE, I wanted to spread stuff about agriculture. I wanted to talk about FFA.
Yeah.
And honestly, I just wanted to be genuine, authentic, and goofy online, because too much online anymore is everyone doing the same thing, filters, edited, etc. So everything blends in, everything's the same. So that's one of the outlets my SAE has given me. Of course, hitting
just
over
some
1,000
raw
followers.
social media.
Yeah. Or genuinely, if you look at my story right now, I look like a doofus. But I have no shame.
We're just like here for good vibes, like, you know what I mean?
But I'm like, I have no shame in laughing at myself, and that's what a lot of people in real life and on the internet won't do, because they make such a persona for themselves and they think they have to do everything so highly. But if you just take that first jump, it doesn't have to be some fancy podcast or you writing a newspaper or story. If you just post something of your voice, it's gonna grow so big. Yeah. As long as you put like the time and energy into it.
Yeah. As long as you show you have that dedication, anything is possible.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on again. I was so happy talking to you. I know it's been a late night. I know you had a busy day. So we're gonna go ahead and close it here. Everybody, thank you so much and see ya.